Do you have an update on QASIM Javadi?
Yeah. With both he and Arash Kadivar dead, their terrorist network collapsed as surviving members fought for control. With no clear leadership in place, it appears the Soviets have decided to cut ties and clean up the mess. Approximately 72 hours ago, the militants' primary encampment was burned to the ground. Nothing but ashes. Apparently the few survivors that escaped have scattered and gone into hiding.
QASIM Javadi. Your former friends killed him. No matter. QASIM was always a weak link, and the chain cannot break.
Do you have an update on QASIM Javadi?
Yeah, after capturing QASIM Javadi, we've convinced him he's better off working for us rather than against us. The death of Arash Kadivar opens a path for QASIM to take control of their network. He'll give us deeper insight into Soviet activity in the Middle East, and with our resources behind him, he should be able to influence regional affairs for years to come.
QASIM Javadi. He fell into the hands of your former CIA friends. QASIM is too soft. I will need you to personally supervise his erasure.
What about Anton Volkov?
Volkov has become a prime source of information since his capture. After interrogating him, MI6 quickly established a series of listening posts in East Berlin. We've already intercepted messages from the KGB to assets throughout the city. We're poking holes in the Iron Curtain.
It pleases me that you did not kill Anton Volkov when you could have. There is still a chance to get him back. Find him. As with QASIM, the CIA is now holding Anton Volkov. If you can locate him, bring him back to us. If they have broken him, he must be eliminated.
What about Anton Volkov?
After his death, elements inside the GDR saw an opportunity to reduce the Russian mob's influence in East Berlin. 2 days ago, in a large-scale midnight raid, Stasi swept through the homes of anyone with connections to Volkov. Men, women, and children were all gone before the sun rose. This will be a major setback to underground Soviet activity in Europe.
It is a shame you had to kill Anton Volkov. He was our most valuable GDR asset. But perhaps with the fall of the West, it will not prove so great a blow.
How did the cleanup in Havana go?
We were able to recover Agent Azoulay's body from the compound in Cuba. President Reagan personally reached out to his family, and his casket's in transit to Tel Aviv. As you know, Helen Park returned to London. She'll continue to recover from her injuries there. Afterwards, MI6 plans to give her a task force dedicated to finding Perseus.
What about the rest of the team?
They got off Solovetsky before the Soviets could send in forces to investigate. We'll take some time to heal up, then it's back to work. We were able to recover the remains of Agents Azoulay and Park from the compound in Cuba. Their caskets are in transit to Tel Aviv and London, respectively. President Reagan personally reached out to their families.
You say that Eleazar Azoulay perished in Cuba. We will not miss that one. His interference with our Middle East assets will be a distraction no more.
We've spoken to MI6. They're understandably displeased. We owe them one. What about the rest of the team?
They got off Solovetsky before the Soviets could send in forces to investigate. We'll take some time to heal up, then it's back to work.
You say that Helen Park perished in Cuba. She had been sniffing around the edges of our group for years. One less Western nuisance for us to deal with. As for the rest, it was a pleasure eliminating them by your side.
We may have stopped Perseus, but his rats are still nesting all around us, thanks to the help of one of our own.
Well, we did finally get Aldrich, that son of a bitch. Perseus's network is still intact, though, and they'll eventually rebuild.
Unfortunately, our key asset within the U.S., Robert Aldrich, was killed. Our spy ring there is still intact, but we will need to rebuild and find new leadership.
We may have stopped Perseus, but his rats are still nesting all around us, thanks to the help of one of our own.
Not anymore. We took down that son of a bitch Aldrich, as well as his key assets here in the States. It'll take Perseus a while to recover from this one.
Even though we have prevailed, the CIA has significantly wounded our foundation inside the U.S. Robert Aldrich has been killed, and our network there has collapsed. It could take us years to regain the footing we have lost.
We may have stopped Perseus, but his rats are still nesting all around us, thanks to the help of one of our own.
True. We failed to hunt down Robert Aldrich and his domestic network of spies. We may have to go to more extreme measures, like broad domestic surveillance, which of course we're not authorized to do.
Not yet.
With the West in chaos, our key agents within the United States are in place and ready for the next phase of our plan.
What about Europe?
Not only did we stop a nuclear attack, we managed to take out Major Vadim Rudnik. That should be a significant blow to Perseus's European network. We also flushed all of Rudnik's key assets down the shitter. Maybe someday Perseus can join him.
Hudson, you're the Shakespeare of Langley.
The death of Major Vadim Rudnik is a terrible loss for post-nuclear Europe. He was to help shepherd in the Soviet-aligned future. Hopefully, we can still move forward without his presence there. The CIA also managed to eliminate all 3 of Rudnik's key assets. We have no one else to help fill the void. Inserting new agents into such influential positions will take years. But have no doubt, these are but temporary losses. We are just getting started, my friend.
What about Europe?
We may have saved it from getting blown to Kingdom Come, but it's still stacked with Perseus's agents. There's more we could have done there if we'd had the time.
Now that Europe is in disarray, our agents within their respective governments can help craft Europe's future. One completely aligned with the interest of the Soviet Union. My friend, we are just getting started.
We also flushed one of Rudnik's key assets down the shitter. There's a couple left, and eventually they'll hit the sewer too.
Well, you're a wordsmith, Hudson.
The CIA also managed to eliminate one of Rudnik's key assets. The other 2 will help fill the void left behind. But have no doubt, these are but temporary losses. We are just getting started, my friend.
We also flushed 2 of Rudnik's key assets down the shitter. There's one left, and eventually they'll hit the sewer too.
Such poetry, Hudson.
The CIA also managed to eliminate 2 of Rudnik's key assets. The remaining one will help fill the void left behind. But have no doubt, these are but temporary losses. We are just getting started, my friend.